What did we just witness on this week's episode of Tyler Perry Sistas? This has to be a prank or something. Because y'all, it's the plot twist for me. Let's just hop right into it. Hey y'all, it's your girl Toya Taylor and I'm back with another video. This is the review of Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 6, Episode 18. The title is From the Blindside, okay? Because y'all, Andy was definitely blindsided. Okay, so going into the episode, y'all, the girls there with the bus boys again. Jordan invited them over for food and drinks. So they're headed outside and Jordan introduced Andy to Gary. And what got me is, how didn't they recognize Gary when they first walked outside? I mean, especially Andy. Somebody that you have been with for this long, you should have recognized him when you first cut that corner. You walked all the way up, you still talking, smiling, everything, up until Jordan said, Andy, this is Gary. And then not only that, Jordan and Gary, they got into a whole 2-minute conversation because Gary was trying to leave and Jordan was telling him to stay. And it lasted for about 2 minutes before Sabrina looked over there and said, and then she started shaking Danny's leg, talking about, oh, look, there's Gary. I'm like, dang. Did nobody know this Gary on site? Come on now. And so, y'all, excuse me a bit because it's late right now while I'm recording this review. And I just got off work. I done worked pretty much all day. And I'm just tired right now. But I'm going to get through this review because I just got through watching the episode. And I'm just like, what in the what? Y'all, this episode was something else. I'm just wondering, is this a real plot twist? Or is it going to be psych? We were just playing, in the end. I don't know, y'all. But we going to hop right into it. So Gary, he asked Andy, he was like, have we met? And Andy was like, have we met? She thinking in her head, dude, not only have we met, you done bought me the whole Rolls Royce, okay? That's parked outside of Jordan's house right now, yeah. That's actually matching my outfit that I have on. Yeah, that's what Andy looked like. She thinking in her head, I dare you. How dare you? You don't know me? We've never met? Don't forget, I'm sleeping in the bed that you bought every night. Inside of the penthouse that you also pay for. Bruh, get real, Gary. Stop these games. And what was weird to me was when Andy said, of course we met. And then Gary said, no, I don't think so. And Jordan was like, oh, okay. I'm sorry, but that was cause for conversation. Okay, that was cause for conversation. No, we need to talk about this. Where did you meet him? They just basically ignoring Andy. And I can understand Gary ignoring her because, the situation. He's shook right now. But Jordan, this is a lady that you called over for drinks and dinner that you're dating and you're trying to, go forward with. This is cause for conversation. What is going on? So Gary trying to get up out of there, but Jordan, he not going for it. He don't want him to leave. He's saying we don't spend enough time together. And Andy, she just standing back, breathing all hard. And I'm like, ask some questions. Why are you not asking any questions? For one, Jordan, when he introduced Andy to Gary, he said, Andy, this is Gary. He didn't say, Andy, this is Gary, my brother-in-law. So in that case, you could have asked him, who is he to you? You know? And, I just don't understand. Like, because clearly if it means so much to him to stay, because Jordan was demanding that he stay, like, my sister's on the way, all this stuff, like, is this your brother? Is this your, she could have initiated the question that way. Like, is this your brother? Or is this your, is this your sibling? Something. Like, she just standing there breathing hard. It was just weird to me, y'all. So, Sabrina and Danny, they finally look over there and peep out Gary. So, they was like, asking Tony and Rich. And y'all, I don't know why Rich over there looking like a jailbird. Like, I tried not to say it, but why do they got him dressed like he's about to commit a crime? I don't understand. But they was like, how do you know Gary? And he was like, Gary's our boy. That's our boy, whatever. And so it was like, y'all know Gary? And it was like, yeah, we know Gary from around the way. Well, first Danny was like, yeah, we know ain't shit ass Gary or something she said, y'all. She said something with shade. She threw some shade in there. And so Sabrina had to pop her leg, like, cut it out. Like, we don't know what's going on yet. So they got up and they went over there to confront, I guess, to go see what was going on, y'all. So it was just a lot. So when Sabrina and Danny stepped up, Danny said, Gary, long time no see. Then Gary said, oh, yeah, I know. And he goes to Sabrina, so who are you, Jordan? Who are you to Gary? Gary, who are you to Jordan? Asking the questions that Andy should have been asked when she first walked up. Yeah. So Gary was like, just know I gotta go. He trying to get up out of there. Real slick like. And Jordan ain't saying nothing, y'all. It's driving me crazy. Because I'm like, why won't you say something? This is your sister's fiance, y'all, come to find out. But we're going to get to that point. But if this guy is dating your sister on a serious level where she's pregnant as well, yeah. Y'all watched the episode. She's pregnant and she's engaged to Gary. Okay? And you are her brother. And you're standing there not peeping it out what's going on. You acting real green right now, Jordan. Like, what's going on? You a whole NBA player in Atlanta. Retired NBA player in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure you know what's going on. Okay? These is 3 beautiful ladies at your house. And they all know Gary. And Gary acting real stiff like and don't want to say how he know you in front of them. Like, you ain't peeping out what's going on. Like, you should be trying to, get on this nigga ass. Like, you about to marry my sister. Like, what's really going on? Like, yo, get some straightening, Jordan, because you really, my nerves. So the girls, they all walked back in to talk about how weird Gary was acting. And so Danny, she was like, look, I can't take no more. I'm ready to sip some tea. So she walked outside. She was like, hey, Gary. Hey, homie. Hey, come here, man. Come holler at us. And y'all, through all of that, Jordan still ain't said nothing. Like, he's still acting like he don't peep the scene. Like, clearly Gary done fooled with one of them ladies. And he probably still fooling with one of them ladies. Like, it ain't clicking in your head that this man possibly could be cheating on my sister. Like, I mean, I don't know, y'all. Jordan acting real slow. So, Gary, all of them come in there. When they called Gary in there, all of them just came in. They done brought the food in and all, y'all. So, they talked for a while. Next thing you know, Gary had to rush back off time. He had to make a phone call, y'all. Gary acting real jittery. And for some reason, his boys acting like they just don't notice it. So in walks Penelope. Welcoming Penelope to the scene. Come to find out, Penelope is Gary's fiance. He's been with her for 3 years. She's very pregnant. Okay. I'm not sure how far along she is. I wish that they would have asked that question. So, I really wanted to see, like, because she has a, a big belly. Like, she looked like she's about 6 or 7 months so far. And she didn't speak on the gender of what she was having. So maybe she's not that far along, because usually you find out around 5 months, close to 5 months, you find out what you're having. Because they'll been to develop that body part by then for the doctors to be able to detect that. So yeah, I'm just thinking like maybe she's probably about 4 to 5. She's probably about 4 months if she don't know what she's having yet. And I'm just thinking in my head, if Karen is at least 3 months now, Karen has to be about 3 months now. Why don't she have even a little bit of a belly? If Penelope walking through the door with what looks like a fully developed belly, and she don't even know what she's having yet, because I don't believe that, unless they just didn't ask that question. So that's probably why they didn't speak on it, y'all. I don't know. But moving right along from that, y'all. Penelope lets them know that her and Gary been together for 3 years, and yeah, they're engaged. And Andy, she looking like her soul just jumped out of her body. Seriously, y'all, this is a mess. So then he like, ooh, 3 years. You hear that, Andy? You hear that? Y'all. So Penelope is like, oh, Andy, you're Andy. Oh, my brother does not get excited about a lot of things, but he cannot stop talking about you. And so Andy, like, she thinking in her head, yeah, that's cool and everything, but your brother is the last man on my mind right now. Okay. Andy is ready to mess Gary up right now, but she got to hold it in. Y'all. So, what got me is Penelope says that her and Gary been together for 3 years, and I'm thinking in my head, how long have him and Andy been together? So he been with Penelope the whole time he was with Andy. Plus, probably during the time he was still married to Jasmine as well. I wonder, do Penelope even know about Jasmine? Because clearly she don't know about Andy. So Gary walked back in. So Penelope's like, hey, honey, I miss you. So Gary, he walking over there. He's stepping real slow, y'all. Side stepping. He don't walk behind Andy. She looking back, mugging her real hard. So he get over there, and they kissed and everything. And he goes Sabrina rubbing Andy's back, because it was hard for Andy to take it. And so, and she was like, I miss you. They started rubbing noses together and everything. And y'all, it was a weird scene, because it's like everybody just looking at them like they a TV. Seriously, like that's their favorite episode. Because it's supposed to be a gathering, a party. Like, why ain't nobody talking, mingling, eating? Like, come on now. Everybody's looking at them all in their conversation. Soon as she said, you work all the time, we're staying, because the guys was like, we've been trying to get him to stay all night because Gary been trying to get up out of there. And so Penelope was like, no, we're staying because you work all the time. We never get to spend time together. He go, Danny, oh, is that right? And so Andy was like, oh, really? He works all the time? And I'm just like, ain't nobody peeping this out that Gary's in the hot seat right now? I guess everybody green tonight. So Penelope wants to know more about Andy. So the girls, first Sabrina told her, no, we shouldn't talk about that right now. So she was like, let's just step over here and let's talk, let the guys do their thing. So they told her that she can go sit down and get comfortable and everything. They'll be there in a minute. So they huddled up and they was, plotting up on, well, Danny was plotting up to them on, exposing Gary for his fuck shit. Like, for real. Because Danny said some real shit. You can't let him get away with this. Like, he's been playing around with two black women and he's just about to run away and get away with it. Have a baby, live a happy life. I understand that Andy she don't want to destroy Penelope's happiness because she's pregnant, well in her pregnancy, and she don't want to just expose that your fiance has also been my fiance, okay? In the midst of the 3 years that he's been with the both of us. She don't want to just let it be known that, girl, that's my man too. And I understand that, but at the same time, either way it go, her happiness is going to get ruined one day because Gary not going to stop being Gary. So don't let him get away with his shit. I'm with Danny. So over at Karen's crib, she invites the contractor over. For what reason, I don't understand why they couldn't just meet back up at the shop the next day. It's just everything backwards. So the contractor coming all in her house to tell her that it's going to take about 5 months for him to do all the work, including the discounts and all of this and that. Like, he really just seemed like a fast-talking scammer. And Karen got the nerve to tell this man that she can trust him. Talking about, I trust you. I got a good feeling about you. And he's talking about, really? He was even surprised. Like, he ain't used to nobody trusting him. No. And then he all up in there, even after trying to sell the business. She tell him she ain't got no insurance. It's old now. Yo. And then got the nerve to try to hustle her at the end. Y'all, talking about it, before you buy anything else for the baby, just know that me and my wife, we experts. We got all type of clothes, bouncers, all type of stuff he trying to sell her. So before you buy anything else, we like some hoarders. You swear we some hoarders. Karen, if you don't hire another contractor, cut this out. I'm sick of you with all of this. That shop ain't gonna never be back up and running if you don't go ahead and get serious about hiring a real professional contractor. Like, where's the team? Like, why is he there by himself? Like, what's going on here? That's all I'm saying. So when the contractor leaves, Karen calls up Pam to do her duties. So she gives her a list of stuff that she needs to go run to the store for. And Pam about to go do it. Moving right along. Y'all, I'm not trying to rush this review, but I'm not a bit more thinking about nothing that Kevin and Maurice over there talking about. Okay, so we just gonna move right along from there because I'm ready to get back over here at Jordan's pad with Gary and Andy over here with the real tea. All right. So Fatima and Zach, they over there outside of Heather's house. Zach wanna go up in there and get Lil Michael, but he know if he do that, he gonna be making problems worse on Lil Michael and himself. So him and Fatima talking about it and everything. So Fatima called up the lawyer and they're gonna meet with him tomorrow so that they can go ahead and start the process. Like, clearly, like, let's at least start a CPS investigation on Heather. Like, we need to start somewhere. So in the midst of all of that, Fatima, she had a little real moment with Zach, let him know that when she was a young girl, she had got pregnant by this guy that she was dating that lived right up the road from her. They both was the same age, and they went to school together and everything. And so I believe she said one of her coaches or one of her gym teachers or something like that noticed a difference on her, and she brought it to her mom's attention and told her that she needed to take Fatima to the doctor, find out, is this girl, is she with child, because she's looking like she's spreading in that type of area. So she found out that she was with the child, and she told Zach that shortly after she lost the baby. Now she didn't say how. She didn't say whether it was a miscarriage or, well, I mean, excuse me if I'm not supposed to use those type of words on here. I don't mean to trigger anyone that has been through those things. But she didn't say what it, how she lost the baby. But she just said that she lost the baby. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, that was a real moment that they had. So moving right along. And I just thought about, Fatima did say that she did have an, a before. So I was really thinking that she was gonna bring that situation up. That's what I thought she was about to say. But she was talking about another situation that she never told him about, y'all. Zach and Fatima, they get out the car because they decided to go check on little Michael. And they run into the nosy neighbor. So she informs them that little Michael is gone to the hospital and that they've been gone all day. So, excuse me, Zach didn't ask. I don't know if he asked which hospital that which hospital that she know of or whatever. I mean that he's at or whatever. And so she told them that she'll give them more information when she find out. So Zach tried to pay her a wad of money for her help, and she felt offended by it. So she was like, I care about this little boy. This ain't about no money. This about that little boy's safety. So she started getting on Zach. And so he was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean it like that and everything. So him and Fatima apologized, and she was like, well, not since you apologized and you said you sorry, I guess I'll go ahead and take that money. I can use me a little money. Yeah, I was thinking in my head, you should have took that money from the store. You did all that just to take the money anyway. Girl, bye. So Zach is emotional finding out that little Michael is in the hospital. I hope he's okay. And I hate that he's going through this. So he in there talking about, man, when I was out there in them streets doing what I was doing, I didn't know that this could happen. And so Fatima was like, I know. Y'all know she gonna coddle him to death. So I'm just like, Zach, I feel what you saying, but at the same time, I don't see how you didn't know that this could happen. You out there real loose with your meat, all in the strip club VIP rooms. Ain't no telling what else you was doing. Like, clearly, even the girls at the airport, like, they confronting you about, oh, I'm pregnant. All these, like, you got a lot going on. You slanging meat all around Atlanta. How didn't you know that this could possibly happen? Yeah. Let's get real. Even though Fatima just not going to keep it real with Zach on that type of level, she's going to always babysit his emotions. Like, no, like, I understand that he is emotional and it's probably not the time to say it, but at the same time, he really do need to hear it. And I just thought about, I don't even think that the neighbor told Zach and Fatima that little Michael was at the hospital at this moment. Because I didn't even write no notes, y'all. I told y'all I'm tired. I've been working all day. It's late. It's what time is it? It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. 2:06. Yeah, it's late. So, y'all just got to forgive me. I forgot. She just told him that she left with him earlier. And they've been gone all day. And ain't no men been riding there ever since he got him straight. And I'm like, actually, Fatima got him straight. Okay, Fatima and her goons, period. So, that's all the information that they knew. So Zach was emotional because he didn't know what his son was. Like, his son was basically missing. Like, this girl done ran off with my child. So that's what it was. Because he didn't even know that little Michael was in the hospital at this moment. So, yeah. Moving right along. Now, back over here with a real tea at. Penelope is telling them how she met Gary. She said that they met on a blind date. and that they got engaged right before they found out that they were pregnant. And I'm thinking that somebody gonna ask, when did you find out? Like, when? How far along are you? Like, they not asking the questions that I want to know. So, like, the tea ain't as hot as it's supposed to be. You know, it ain't as sweet as it's supposed to be. Okay? So, yeah. Penelope is letting them know that Gary is very attentive to her whenever he's not traveling. And she over there choking on them chips, y'all. When Penelope said he bought me an apartment, y'all, everybody's eyes went boo. He bought you a what? Oh, you ain't the only one. And not only just an apartment. He bought Andy a whole penthouse, okay? And a Rolls Royce. Meanwhile, you over there selling for basic living with the man that can afford luxury on luxury, okay? Clearly. Penelope, you better get with the program. Penelope feels like she feels like people that drives cars like Rolls Royces is tacky. Because why would you drive a car that fancy whenever people are out here struggling to pay their bills? Well, first of all, Penelope, it's not their fault that people are out here struggling to pay their bills. You know, it's not. They're not going to penalize themselves on the things that they love in life or want in life, because other people, you know, in the predicaments they're in, that don't even make any sense, for one. And for two, you must think Gary is tacky as hell too, because he's also driving around in a luxury car, okay? So Penelope finds out that Andy drives a Rolls Royce. And so she had to let her know, look, no offense, I don't think that you're that type of person at all. So Danny was like, well, the only reason she's driving a Rolls Royce is because a nice guy bought it for her. Mm-hmm. And that's when Penelope said, oh, you have a Gary too? Y'all. Danny said, yeah, you'll think he's the same person, huh? Y'all, the shade is real. And Penelope is just blindsided right now. Here, she the one blindsided, if you ask me. So the guys walked back over there. They was like, what y'all over here talking about? And Penelope was like, oh, we just talking about my baby Gary. Come here, baby Gary. Come here, baby Gary. And he look at him with them evil eyes. Baby Gary. Mm-hmm. Y'all, she noting everything. So now everybody get up to dance. And as they're dancing and talking and everything, Jordan, he realized that the food burned. He smelled something burning. So he was like, shit, I left the meat on. So he rushed outside to go get the food. And that's when everybody just ran out there with him, except for Andy, Danny, and Sabrina. Because Andy was like, okay, y'all, time is up. Let's go. Like, I can't do this. I cannot tear down another black woman. I'm not about to do this. Danny, she's standing up there like, I'm finna blow this motherfucker up. Like, yes, okay? We finna expose this motherfucker tonight. Because you telling me that you don't want to tear down another black woman, but all I hear is that this black man is about to tear down another black woman. That's all Danny hear, and that's some real ass shit. Like, yeah. The jig is up, Gary. This woman deserves to know before she have this baby. And when Danny said that, y'all, Penelope was right there. She had already walked back in, heard everything. Mm-hmm. Y'all, she said, what? What is going on? Y'all, her poor feelings is dismantled. Okay? Torn to pieces. Y'all. Blame it on Gary. This is a lot. This episode was a whole lot. That's why I wish I could have watched it on time, but I just didn't have time to sit and watch it. But I did want to find time to bring y'all this review. And I will be back with the next one. Until then, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl, Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great night. Peace.